Hello guys, welcome back. Yes, this video will be made under the TV Shock sendiri. So this video will be conducted under the TV Shock sendiri. Okay, so what is this video all about? So this video is only going to discuss there is a few more questions that left behind under the progression. Okay, so we're going to discuss a few questions that left behind under the progression. So far, what is the leftover? The leftover is actually a few more questions talking about your sum for the first n term for the arithmetic progression. So this one, just want to let you know, this is actually under the sum for the AP. For the sum, maybe you're going to calculate some terms. So because the first part of your arithmetic progression, you learn about the term. Then only now the second part we are going to learn about the sum towards it. There's a sum for the first n term. So remember, there is a slightly different when I say that the sum and also the sum for the first n term. Why? What is the difference? Okay, the difference is when I say a sum. You're just telling me it's a sum. Which term is that? I don't know. It can be term 11 plus with term 14, or any term that plus together. Not necessary to be 2. It can be more than 2, more 3 or whatever, because you just use the word sum. But when you use the word called sum for the first n term, it means that it's only the first n term that you total up. So example like now, I'm telling you it's a sum for the first 2 terms. So it means T1 plus with T2. There's a term 1 plus with second term. So there is a roughly to telling you the difference between the sum and also the sum for the first n term. Okay, so now let's look into this extra 8. Example of extra 8. So now they talk about is an arithmetic progression. Directly they're telling you what kind of progression is this. Is given as -12. -9, -6, and so on and so forth. Now they ask us, find the sum from the 10 term until the 20 term. Most of us will be thinking, saying, hey, come on, this is the sum of the 20 term. So I'm going to use S20 and then I just minus S10. Then I will be just looking fine for the answer. Okay, just I want to inform you saying that if you are actually using S20 minus S10, you are actually wrong. You're actually wrong. By right, you should be only using S9. So you should be using S20 minus S9. Then it only will be equivalent to the from the 10 term until the 20 term. Why? Some of you are actually puzzled. Why? What is the difference between them? Okay, now just want to let you know. If you are using S20 minus S10, S10 means that from first term until the 10th term. So if you're using S20 minus S10, the leftover is actually from the 11th term, T11 until T20. Okay, so now I'm writing it down. So if you're using S20 minus S10, what you have is actually from T11 until T20. So this is the part that you managed to calculate. But is this what we want? Or is this what the question want? Nope. Questions 1 from 10. So we need to find it from T10 until T20. So if you are using S20 minus S9, then it will give you the shortcut that is from your T10 until T20. So this is a difference between them. So make sure things that you understand onto it. So now let's see what is the answers whenever that I want to find using this. Okay, first of all, I will need to find what is my A. Okay, my A is here, -12. Now how about my D? My D is the second term minus the first term. Remember, it must be the second term minus the first term. So it should be -9 minus -12. So I should be getting -9 plus 12 and end up with +3. Okay, so I have my D that is equal to 3. I have my A that is equal to -12. Then let's sub it into our formula. So now is n over 2. So I have this one. And then 2a, so 2 multiplied by negative 12 plus, remember it's a plus, n minus 1. So don't write as 19, you will need to write as 20 minus 1 multiplied by 3. Remember, this is only for S20, not yet S9. Then only you minus 9 over 2 in the big bracket, 2 multiplied by negative 12, and then plus with 9 minus 1 multiplied by 3, close it. Yep, so this is the value that we have. Yeah, and then lastly, you just need your calculator. Okay, so I just need my calculator. So this is 20. Just allow me directly write it as 10 multiplied by negative 24, yeah, because we already know, right? And then plus with 19 times 3, yeah, allow me in calculator directly press towards it, yeah, over 9. Okay, so this one either you just put it as 4.5 and then multiply. So this is negative 24 and then a plus with 8 times 3, that is 24, right? Because it's a 24. Okay, so I have this. Okay, then only I press it equal, or no need, yeah, the answer is already giving me that is allowed to 330. Yeah, so we managed to solve for one question. Yeah, so now that is how we're going to be done with your extra 0.8. So make sure you understand the questions carefully. Okay, next we go to the next one. So now we are moving into this one. Now they're telling us that the sum for the first 20 terms of your AP is actually 520. If the first term is 7, means that your A, now they are actually asking D equal to what? Okay, so directly, it's actually S20 is equal to 520. So now I have 20. Remember, your K marks must be seen for your whole formula. So 2 times 7 plus with 20 minus 1, and then my D, close it, equal to 520. Okay, I don't like to use calculator, so just allow me to cancel thing, right? So I see the 2 and 2, I'm going to cancel. I see the 0 and 0, I'm going to cancel. So this is how I simplify the items here. So now inside I have 14 plus with 19D equal to 52. So now my 19D, 52 minus 18, there is 3, 30, okay, 38. So means my D is equal to 2 lah. Yeah, 38 divided by 19. So that's how I get my 2. Yeah, so you just need to play around with your formula. Yeah, so remember, you just need to play around with your formula. Then you will be able to solve for your question. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. That is your extra 10. Now they're telling us the sum of, sorry for my F, yeah. The sum of the first 6 term, oh, they're directly telling you the first 6 term of your AP is actually 87. So this one, I just write it down. And the sum for the first 30 terms, wow, 30 term, is actually 2235. Find the first terms and the common difference. Okay, they want us to find for the first terms and also the common difference. Okay, I don't think my space is enough here. Okay, so I don't think that is enough here. So just allow me to get more space. Is that question 10, right? Okay, so just allow me to get some space here. Can I crop? Yes, I can actually crop it. Okay, now I'm done. Just allow me to put it bigger. Okay, so now I have plenty space for me to write, yeah? So now they're actually telling us that the sum for the first n term, remember, it's a sum. So now I'm going to write as S6 because it's a sum for the first n term is equal to 87. So now just allow me to write 87. So just allow me to build the formula. Yeah, so allow me just to build the formula. So now I have 6 over 2, 2a plus with 6 minus 1 multiplied by d, close it up, equal to 87. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have 3 in the bracket 2a plus with 5d is equal to 87. So from here, I only can write you 2a plus with 5d is equal to 29. So just allow me to put this one as the first equation. Yeah, so now I have the first equations already. The second one is saying that the sum for the first 30 is 2235. So for the first 30, S30 is 2235. Yeah, 2235. Same thing, I'm going to sub into the formula 30 over 2 in the bracket 2a plus with 30 minus 1 multiplied by d, close it up, equal to 2235. Okay, so next thing I will be having a 15, 2a plus with 29d, close it up, equal to 2235. Okay, I don't know what is the value. Just allow me to press for my calculator. 2235 divided by 15. Oh, yes, it's a very beautiful number there. Yeah? So now I can conclude my 2a plus with 29d is equal to 149. I'm going to call this one equation 2. So I believe that you guys already know what I'm going to do, right? Yeah, so congrats for those actually getting the correct answer. I'm going to eliminate. So I'm going to use equation 2 minus equation 1. Then 2a minus 2a, 0a. 29d minus 5d, I have 24d. And then 149 minus 29, I have 120. So therefore, my d is equal to 5. Yeah, my d is equal to 5. Yeah, so this is how I get my d already. So congrats, we done for the d. Now, not yet. Okay, we still need to look for the we still need to look for the first term. Yeah, the first part of the question, they ask us to look for first term and also the common difference. So after we're done with the d, so what we are going to do, we sub into the first. Okay, so now for me, I'm going to sub d equal to 5 into 1. Okay, so 2a plus with 5 multiplied by 5 equal to 29. So means that my 2a is equal to 4 because 29 minus 25. So I get 4. Therefore, my a is equal to 2. Yep, so I managed to get the questions done. Yeah, so this is how we will be getting from the formula or the informations until we get the d equal to 5 and then our a is equal to 2. Okay, next things that we're going to do is to answer the second part of the question, the sum of the first n term. Yeah, the sum of the first, not n term, sorry, the first 45 terms. Okay, so we are looking for S45. So we have 45 divided by 2, putting the bracket, 2a, and then plus n minus 1, multiplied by the d, yeah, close it. Yeah, so now done. The next thing that you need to do, just press into your calculator. So we have 22.5. Yeah, 45 divided by 2 is how I get my 22.5. Multiply in the bracket 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Plus with 45 minus 1, that's 44. Multiply by 5. Okay, close it up. So I have the answer. Whoa, this is a huge number. 5040. Okay, so that's all for the questions number 10. Yeah, so this is question number 10. Yeah, so now just allow me to go back to my good notes. Okay, so next one, our 11. Yeah, our 11. Oops, it seems to be the same also. So I will still need the space in between. So just allow me to take my 11. Now, just curious, are we going to get the question 12 also like that? So now just look into it. Okay now, so we just sekaligus take the picture of your extra 12. I don't think have 13. Oh, still got. Wow. So just allow me to have questions 13. You got 14? Yes, we still have 14. Okay, fine. Okay, so no more. Yeah, so come to this one, it will be your next contents of it. Yeah, so I only need to be until 14. Yeah, so now after I done my question number 10, I'm going to be your question 11. So we're going to be, allow me just to insert the question one by one, yeah. Okay, so just allow me to cut. Okay, so now I've done the cutting. So allow me just to zoom out. Okay, zoom in, not zoom out. Okay, so next one, huh? So we are going into this part. Now they're telling us that in the arithmetic progression, the third term, oh, they're already specific, yeah, the third term. So the third term is 10, and the 12th term is 37. Of course, they need to ask you to find the common difference. Yeah, so they're asking us to find the common difference. So same thing, we're going to do build the formula. This is what just now I'm telling you. Even though we already learned about the sum, not all the questions are going to directly asking you the sum. They might be challenge you with the term first. Yeah, example like this question. So I will need to understand it should be T3 equal to 10. So means A, don't directly write 2D. Yeah, so it must be 3 minus 1D equal to 10. And then only I get my first equation. Label as number 1. Okay. Then the second one is the 12. So means there is a T12 equal to 37. Now it's going to be A plus with 12 minus 1 multiplied by B equal to 37. So it will be equal to A plus 11B equal to 37. Call it as the second equation. Same thing, we're going to get 2 minus 1. So A minus A, normal A. 11 minus 2, I get 9D. 37 minus 10, I get 27. So means that my D will be equal to 3. Yeah, my D will be equal to 3. Yay, congrats, we managed to find out our D already. A sub D equal to 3 into number 1. So I have A plus with 2 times 3 equal to 10. So directly telling you my A is equal to 4. Yeah, 10 minus 6. Yeah, then I'm going to get 4. Now I done A equal to 4, D equal to 3. So I done with the first one. Okay. Next one, the sum of the first 25 terms. Yeah, the sum of the first 25 terms. Yeah. So I'm looking for S25. 25 divided by 2 in the bracket. 2 times A. My A is 4. Plus with N minus 1 multiplied by D. Close it up. Next one, just need to press into your calculator. 25 divided by 2. Multiply. And then 2 times 4, 8. Plus with 24 times 3. into. Yeah, so we're going to get the 1000. Okay, so now that's all for your part B. So next one, determine whether 132 is a term of the arithmetic progressions or not. Okay, so this one is very easy. You just go and find the n, because this is, I don't know what is the n, right? So means that Tn is equal to 132 now. So if we go and do it, and obviously the answer is going to have 2. If our n is equal to the integer, then the answer is yes. It's a term on the arithmetic progression. If your n is equal to the decimal, then your answer is no. It's not a term on the arithmetic progression. So this is how we're going to solve for this particular question. Okay, so this is how we're going to solve for this particular question. Okay, very easy. I'm already telling you Tn equal to 132. So I'm going to go forward from here. Tn equal to 132. So it's going to be A plus n minus 1d equal to 132. Sub your A and your D. So my D is 3, my A is 4. So it's going to be 4 plus n minus 1 multiplied by 3 equal to 132. Okay, so I'm going to have 4 plus 3n minus 3 equal to 132. So my 3n is equal to 13. Remember, 4 minus 3 is actually 1, right? 1, you bring it over, it's now become 131. Yeah? So when you divide, I think you can guess the answers already, right? So I have 131 divided by 3. Obviously, I'm going to get the decimal, 43.67. So like what just now I'm telling you, if you get the decimal, the answer is no. Okay, so no, 132 is not a term of arithmetic progression. Remember to write in full, yeah? So this one is the answer for the arithmetic progression. Yep. So this one is how we're going to solve for your questions number 11. Yeah, so allow me to zoom out a little bit, for you to see this is how we're going to solve for your questions number 11. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this side for my the next example. There is example 12. Okay, same thing, just allow me to zoom. Okay, so now we're done with the zooming. So now let's do it. So now the question says the first 3 terms of the arithmetic progressions are k, 2k plus 5, and 5k plus 3. Yeah, the first 3 terms. Yeah, so means that this is your first term, this is your second term, and this one is your third term. Yeah, find the value of k. Oh, that's straightforward. Find the value of k. So how to find for this one? Okay. So to be honest with you, this one we're actually playing around with the D. Yeah, we play around with the D. Yeah. So telling me saying that second term minus the first term is exactly the same as the third term minus the second term. Yeah, because the second term minus the first term, I'm going to get D. Term 3 minus the second term, I also going to get the D. Yeah, so they should be the equal value lah. So this is in short that telling you. So be careful when you write it down. So I'm going to write it as 2k plus 5 because this is my second term. Usually I love to put the bracket. So that's why I know that the whole thing is belong to the second term. And minus the first term, that is exactly equal to k. Now the third term is 5k plus 2. And then I'm going to minus 2k plus 5. Okay, now just make it done. So my left side, I'm going to get k plus 5, right? Because it's minus k, right? Now this side, if you're confused, then we're going to do it step by step. I'm going to have 5k plus 2 minus 2k minus 5, yeah, because you multiply the negative in, yeah. So telling me, saying that my k plus 5 is going to be 3k and then minus 3. Yeah, 3k and then minus 3. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to bring my k over, and then I'm going to bring my negative 3 over this side. Yeah. So it's going to be 3k minus k equal to 5 plus 3. Yeah. So I have 2k equal to 8. Therefore, my k is equal to 4. Very straightforward. Yeah. 2k is equal to 4. Yay, I done my first part already. So the second one, the sum of the next. Ooh, the one is the next 12th term. So if you go and count, it should be start from your T4. You go and count, what is the 12th term? So T4, T5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it should be until T15. So the next, the sum should be equal to S15 minus S3. Yeah, so it should be S15 minus S3. Okay. So now I just put it everything in. 15 over 2, 2a. So means my k, right? Then plus with 15 minus 1. Oh, by the way, I don't know my d, right? Yeah, I don't know my d. So now my k is 4. And then my 2k plus 5 is actually 2 times 4 plus 5, which is actually 13. Then the next one, if you want to do the double conformation, 5k plus 2. So 5 times 4 plus 2. So it's 20, 22. So from 4 to become 13, you actually plus with 9. From 13 to 22, you also plus with 9. Yeah? So directly telling you that my conclusion, D is equal to 9 lah. Or if not, you're going to use what? You're going to use T2 minus T1. That is 13 minus 4. You're still going to get 9. Yeah. So this is how we're going to get the numbers. Okay, stop it in 9. Close it. But remember, this is only for S15. Yeah. So we still need to minus 3 over 2 in the big bracket. 2 times 4. And then plus with 3 minus 1 multiply with 9. Close that. Now, wow, so this is the part that everyone very happy with. Calculator. Okay, press into your calculator. 15 to multiply it plus with 14 times 9. Close it. Minus. So this is 3 to multiply, this is still 8, right? Plus with 2 times 9, close it up. 2 times 9, close it up. Okay, so now I'm going to get the numbers is 9, 6, 6. Yep, so this one is my final answer. Yeah, so I managed to get my final answer. That is your S15 minus S3. Okay, so I'm going to get the answer as 966. Okay, so this is how we will be able to solve for your extra number 12. Okay, so now after 12, we need to settle is 13. Okay, so now I have my 13. Yeah, now they say find the smallest value. Yeah, the 1 is the smallest value of the n. Yeah, okay, such that the sum of the first n term for the arithmetic progression, A has the value that is greater than your 5,000. This one inside the class, I already mentioned to you saying that I don't like to use equal sign. Yeah, I don't like to use equal sign. Yeah, because when you are equal, then when you want to decide, you are in dilemma. Yeah, should you be greater or it should be smaller? Yeah, after you get your n. Yeah? So there's the reasons why for me I don't like to use equal sign. I will directly using the inequality like it mentions inside the question. Seems like the question say greater. Yeah, seems like the question say greater. So now I'm going to put in the Sn will be greater than 5,000. Okay, so this is the value. And looking at the numbers, you understand saying that your A is equal to 8. How about your D? Yeah, how about your D? Your D will be 11 minus 8. That is how I get into 3. Yeah, so my A is 8, then my D is actually 3. Yeah, so now sub into the value, n over 2a plus with n minus 1, I don't know what is that, multiplied by d, then it's greater than 5,000. Yeah, so this is the formula that we get. Now multiply in. Yeah, so I have my n, I have 16 plus with 3n minus 3, close it up, equal to 10,000. Yeah, so we're going to have this one. Yeah, now we have the value. Next one, we are going to have 3n squared plus with 13n minus 1,000. Sorry, 10,000 greater than 0. Okay, is this okay for you guys? Yeah, so if you have any question, just text me personally, yeah, or maybe you can leave the comment inside this video. Okay, now I have this. Yeah, so we are doing for your chapter 2 already. So let 3n squared plus with 13n minus 10,000 is equal to 0. Next. Next, what we're going to do. Okay, just want to double check my answer. Where is this one? Okay, so now I have 3, 13, 10,000. Whoa, so it's a decimal, right? Whoa, yes, it's a decimal. So when it's decimal, you have no other option. Okay, so you will need to write in full formula. Negative 13 plus minus square root 13 squared minus 4 AC divide by 2a. Yep, so as long as you write this one, you're going to get your marks already. Yeah. So the next part that you're going to be is like the answer show on my calculator, 55.61. Yeah, or another one that is actually the negative one, right? So this one is negative 59.94. Yep. So now done. Yeah, we have these two. So are we done yet? Not yet. Okay, because remember the one is the smallest value. Okay, so up to now we need to draw the smiling face with the x that crossing over. So this is the value of 55.61 and this is a value of negative 59.94. Okay, then next one, you just look into the last. Yeah, last what? Last inequality. This one is where we read it as greater than. Okay, this is where we read it as greater than. Seems like we're reading it as a greater than, then we are going to take in is this part and also this part. So we are going to know saying that your n is going to be smaller than negative 59.94. This part we are going to reject. Reason? Because n must be greater than 0. You cannot go for more negative. So now we have the next one. There is your n greater than 55.61. Hence, smallest n will be 56. Yeah? So the smallest n will be the 56. Okay? So this one is the answer for your extra number 13. Yeah, so this is your steps that you need to give me whenever that you answer a similar type of this versions question. Okay, now we come to the last question. Whoa, finally we come to the last question. Yeah, last. Okay, now let's look into the last question. Yeah, just give me time to crop it. Okay, so now let's read this question. They say the following diagram show a numbers of rectangle. Okay, fine, rectangles. The height of each rectangle is actually 5 centimeter. Yeah, so this one is actually 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and so on and so forth. So this is actually 5. This is actually 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. Now the length of the lowest rectangle is actually 85, yeah, given to us already, 85. Then the length of each subsequent rectangle is actually 4 centimeter less. So this is actually 4 centimeter, 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 this is actually 4 centimeter. That is what they mean by the subsequent is less than the preceding rectangle. So if the total height of the rectangle is actually 1 meter, now find the length of the topmost rectangle. Now the question is, how many rectangles? Yeah, the first questions I'm going to ask is that how many rectangles are there? Yeah, for the 1 meter. Okay, so seems like we know that each of them is actually 5 centimeter. So we want to know the numbers of rectangles. So number 1, my A, number 1, I want to know the numbers of rectangles. So how to calculate? It seems like they're telling us 1 meter, so it's actually 100 centimeter divided by 5 centimeter. So we know we have 20 rectangles. Okay, yeah, we managed to find these 20 rectangles. These 20 rectangles are actually our n here. Yeah, so you might be wondering, saying, alamak, this is actually represent what? This is actually represent your n. Now, let's extract other information from the question. What is our A? Yeah, our A is 85. Okay, the longest at the ground. Then what is my D? My D is not 5, yeah. Okay, even though they are constant, yeah. But you notice that they don't change, right? They don't getting higher and higher or shorter, right? So means that is not your D. So your D should be 4. Okay, that is a 4. So now only they're telling us that find the length of the topmost. So basically we need to find T20. So it's going to be your A, 85, plus with 20 minus 1 multiplied by negative 4. Okay, you were wondering, hey, just now you wrote as 4 leh, now you wrote it as negative 4. So means this is actually got negative, huh? Why got negative? Because it's getting shorter and shorter. Okay, 85 and then become 81 and then become 77 and so on and so forth. So it should be getting shorter and shorter, hence it should be minus. And this part you just need to press into your calculator. 85 plus with 19 multiplied by negative 4. So you notice it becomes 85. If example like now I try to 36, 76. So it's only left 9. So your T20 will be 9 centimeter. Okay, so this one is your 9 centimeter. Okay, next one, the total length of all the rectangle. Yeah, they want all. Is that T20 is old? Okay, if I'm now asking, is that T20 is old? Okay, now let's do it in the logical way lah. If your T20 is 9, and remember that your D is -4, so telling me saying that my T21 should be equal to 5. And then my T22 should be equal to 1. So this is using method 1. That is using calculations by this one. But if you don't want to use this one, like let's use a mathematics method. Mathematics method will telling you saying that Tn is less than 0. Right? Because it's getting shorter and shorter. So means that your length cannot go to negative. So your T22, which is 1, is already your last one. Yeah. So now we're going to use this concept. So now your A is 85. My n, I don't know, so just let it be n minus 1 multiplied by -4 less than 0. So now my 85 minus 4n plus with 4 less than 0. So directly telling you my 4n or -4n less than -85 minus 4. So you notice -4n is less than -89. So means my n is greater than 89 divided by 4. Divided by 4. Yeah, so you notice that okay. So I have 22.25. Okay. On, yeah. By right, I should be getting 22, right? Okay, do I make some careless mistake here or there? 85. -4n, negative plus, so it becomes -89. So 4n. Oh, sorry. I think I'm using the wrong directions of it. It's this part. Sorry. Your Tn cannot be negative, right? Your Tn must be a positive. Why it must be a positive? Because it's the length of the rectangle. So means that your Tn, the last Tn, still, regardless of which Tn, your Tn still need to be greater than 0. Yeah, it still need to be greater than 0. Okay. Sorry for my careless mistake here. Yeah, so until here, then only you notice. So your n should be smaller than 22.25. And remember, your n must be integer, so your n is equal to 22. Yeah, sorry. Why the n here, the Tn, it must be greater than 0? Because your Tn is referring to the length of the rectangle. So your length of the rectangle cannot be a negative. It must be a positive. Yeah. So telling you saying that your last number is actually 22. Okay. Now you may wondering saying that how about if I wrote it as Tn less than 0? So what does it mean by this statement? Yeah. So example like just now you also notice, right? My 85 plus with n minus 1 multiplied by -4 less than 0, and then I just do, you notice that my n is actually greater than 22.25, right? Now, n is greater than 22.25, and then I'm actually getting my n is equal to 23. So what does this n equal to 23 referring to? Yeah. So now the question mark is, what does this n equal to 23 referring to? Yeah. So your n equal to 23 is actually referring to the first, the first length that less than 0. Okay, the first length that less than 0. So if you want it to be more than 0, then you will understand saying that is your n equal to 22. That is last length greater than 0. Yeah, so this one is the n equal to 22 is the last length that is greater than your 0. Okay, so this one makes sense for us, right? So which one is actually why the n is actually equal to 22. Okay, so remember that. Are we done with the questions? Sorry, not yet. Yeah, why do I say not yet? Yeah, because we are not looking for the n equal to 22. We are actually want to find the total length for all the rectangle. So here, okay, so here I will need to go into S22. Okay, then it will become 22 over 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 85 plus with 22 minus 1 multiplied by negative 4. Close it. So we have 11 multiplied by 85 times 2 plus with 20, minus, right? Because it's plus minus, minus 21 times 4. Close it up. So we have 946 in terms of length. Okay, now, okay. So if some of you, you manage to read the question along my calculations, that is to determine the n is equal to 22. I believe that along the journey you already start to like puzzling, right? You already start to like puzzling. Well, why suddenly I mentioned that you guys going to be puzzling? Because now let's read the question. Okay. So because I'm finding the total length of the rectangle, and then if I go and find the maximum already, I go and find the maximum, right? That is your n equal to 22. That is my maximum. Then why the questions here still ask me to find for the maximum? Okay, find the possible maximum total height of the rectangle. Why? Right? So you may be wondering saying that why? But when you read it carefully, am I actually in the wrong direction? Okay, when you read the questions carefully, is that I'm actually in the wrong direction. Okay, actually it's not. So I'm still going to be looking for S22. I'm still looking for S22. So there's nothing wrong with it. Why? Because this one is a maximum total height. This is not maximum total length. Okay, if this is a maximum total length, this is the same as what I already counted for A2. Then you are contradicting. Then you are in dilemma. But actually this question, no. This question, for A2, find the total length of this one. This is actually referring to the S22. And then find the possible maximum total height. This one is, remember, each height of the rectangle is 5 centimeter. Okay, so now if I want to find this one, it's going to be maximum height equal to 5 multiplied by 22. So the maximum height is 110 centimeter. Yeah, so that's all that we managed to discuss for your questions number 14. Yeah, just allow me to zoom. Yeah, I need to zoom very out. Okay, for you to see the answer for your example number 14. Yeah, yep. So that's all discussion for your 11. Yeah, I think 10, right? 10, 11, 12 until 14. Yeah, so that's all from my Shock Sendiri TV. Yeah, so continue to support Shock TV Sendiri.